Okay, guys and gals, about 10 seconds of the obligatory disclaimer. If you want to read the whole thing, just pause the video. Okay, everybody, let's take a look at the S&P 500 E-mini futures. This is Monday, December 13th. See what happened in the stock market today. Well, it's been mixed. Look at what's been going on here. Green, red, green, red. And this is a new session that just started. You can see an expansion going on here a little bit. I talked about this before, where this is getting a little bit lower lows and higher highs. You got that going on. Okay. So we'll see how that goes. Normally, if this goes the way I think it's going to go, we're going to get a symmetrical triangle. And if it continues bouncing along like this, eventually it'll break to the upside. Okay, temporarily we got this low over here on this daily cycle that's around December 26th. So just be aware as we go into the fourth week of December, somewhere around there. Prices might come down a little bit. This chop kind of doesn't surprise me considering you got two different forces going on. You got the market trying to go up, and you have cycle lows trying to go down. Short-term indicators are pointing down. MACD's gone flat, so at the moment, stock market looks a little bit weak on the daily chart. Okay, and I think if I had to pick between the two, I'm going to keep this video short. Okay, I think the stock market's more vulnerable going down than up right now. I think there's a greater chance it'll go down than up, but we'll just see how this plays out. Right now, as I said, we see a little bit of a expansion going on here. Okay, could be a symmetrical triangle. Okay, kind of that megaphone kind of thing going on. And if it comes up into this, which it has, then you would eventually, get boom, break to the upside. So we'll just see what happens. It's a little early to say that for sure, but that's potentially what would happen eventually. Short term, at the moment anyway, looks like there's weakness in the market. Okay, let's look at the monthly. Okay. Short-term indicators, like I've been saying, they look like price wants to go down. That hasn't changed. And this is beginning to slowly pinch, so looks like prices want to go down to me. Let's take a look at the weekly. Yeah, a little bit of a mixed signal here. Flat, down, flat. Okay. Got a red week going on, but it's just beginning of the week. Okay. So we'll see what happens there. Okay. So I'm going to keep this really basic. Okay. Before I move on to the premium members. Okay. They're going to get the hourly chart. As I already said, I think the market looks a little bit weak. I think in the long run, it's going to break to the upside, potentially. But that might come after this daily cycle low. I'm not really sure. Okay. Short-term indicators show some weakness here. But if this continues to play out the way it's playing out, higher highs and lower lows, then like I said, more times than not, it goes that way. Okay, let's move on to the hourly chart for the premium members. Okay. So I talked about, I think there's a chance for weakness in the market for a few days, possibly. We'll see what happens there. A lot of chop going on. I've been talking about for the last 2-3 days. I said the market looks like it's going to continue to chop. Sure enough, it has. Okay. So this is where the market started Sunday night, right there. Okay. Was there opportunity? You bet there was. You bet there was, particularly this candlestick right here. Okay. But even that one, by the time that candlestick got halfway down, that was time to make a trade. Okay. So the new session is opened up right there, and it's slowly trying to make its way back up. But, this looks pretty weak right now. Obviously, back here, guys, at about 6 a.m. this morning, maybe 7, there was no reason not to take a trade. And why? Because look at the MACD, guys. It crossed over, widened out. It's telling you everything you need to know. Okay? Make the trade. It really is that simple. Okay? For swing traders who want to hold for days, I wouldn't trade the S&P 500 on a swing trade right now. Forget it. It's too unpredictable. I would not trade the S&P 500 on a swing trade. Not going to happen. Not enough indication for which way this market's going to go. Okay, look at the other products for potential swing trades. Or you could even move some money into fixed assets. Consider corporate bonds. There's a lot of other things that could be traded. Okay, it depends on what your goals are. All right, let's look at the 5-minute chart here. What do I see going on here? Yeah, I mean, okay, what time was this? Time was this right here? 7:45 this morning, guys. 7:45 this morning, right there. Okay, just, what else can you say? What else can be said? That's is as obvious as it gets to trade. Right about there, even right there at about 7:45. Look at this. I mean, how do you not trade it? There it is. The MACD's telling you, starting to separate, crossed over below the 0 line. Okay, and here, I'm sorry, over here, if that candlestick was a second red candlestick, okay, just trade it. And just keep staying it. Stay in until the MACD tells you otherwise. And some people may say, well, if that's true, then why not trade this one? You could do it, but look at the MACD. It's flat. It's not giving you a lot to go on, right? Here you got over here, the MACD is beginning to spread out, and look at this peak happening just after the peak. The MACD starts to spread out. That's the difference, okay? So you trade it right there, and you just take advantage of all of this. You can see the short-term indicator starts to come up. Okay, you get out. There it is right there, right? You just get out. Don't worry about it. Even if you didn't trade all this, who cares? You traded from this point up, well, let's say, from up here, right around, what is that? It's 47.12, let's call it. Just eyeballing this, all the way down to 46.80. Come on. Even if you got out at 46.90, which is up here, but 46.85 even, that's a whole lot of money to be made. There's no reason not to trade that right there. It's below the 50. Just trade it. Super simple stuff. Okay, guys? All right. That's it for now, guys. I'll do the all products video coming up here in a little bit.